Hey, what's up, everybody? Is there anybody out there? I can't tell yet. It takes a minute for the chat to step up. Jay and Quentin left messages. Don't know if you're still here, but if you are, what's up? It's telling me there's no one here. Okay, now it says there's 5 here. Okay, cool. What's up over the Kyle? Let me get my little thing. There we go. Okay. Well, here comes the intro.
Lights go beneath his cape. Batman brooding in the shadows. Joker's laugh makes heroes quake. Red Slinger swings through the skyline. Green Goblin flies with hate and rage. Wonder size in the Amazon kingdom. Villains sneaking off the page. Can't you see they're just like us? Masking capes hide the pain. Heroes fall like mortal men. Comic books lie in the rain. Flash runs fast, but time won't stop. Cyborg hears the ticking clock. Aquaman in his ocean deep. Justice fought but never keeps. Behind the mask to lay the scars. Super strength can't hold their tears. Gadgets break and powers fade. Heroes die facing fears. Invisible jet lost in the night. As dark crumbles from the fight. Heroes journey, talking sleep. Battle cries, they never sleep.
All right, enough of that. Gotta try and do things quick tonight. Speaking of that, I'll repeat this before we start the rounds, but make sure you're caught up live chat instead of top chat. You know how to change that, and make sure your little red light saying you're on time with the live stream, because tonight's questions are unlike the Monday night questions. They're mostly going to be really easy, and it's going to be all about who can get the answer in first. Remember, you don't have to type the answer out, just put the number of the answer. Hey Miss Mars, hey Rob, hey Gene, hey Kevin, hey Christina, hey Quentin, hey Canadian Survivalist, hey Under the Cow, hey Jay, and everybody else, anybody else that's here. It's telling me there's 9 people right now. And we're going to go ahead and start with the closest guess quiz game, just to waste a few minutes while everybody files in. Oop. It takes it a few seconds before it actually starts counting down. You see it? I'm wasting my time like that. There's a lot of stuff about conventions. This is almost everything here is going to be about conventions. Since we're not at Heroes Con, we're going to think about conventions. So what was the first year that Heroes Con was held? Anybody know? I do, but I'm not going to tell you. And that's another thing. These questions don't have to be vetted because I made them all up myself. I know that the answers are correct, if there is such a thing. Some of the answers. 99, is that a year? The actual first year was 1982. And the closest was Jay. And you know what? I might give you a duck. If the scoring looks correct to me, then the winner will get a duck. The highest score. And I think the score on this game is pretty accurate. Well, 2022 is the last one they had the actual attendance for, so that's why it's 2022 instead of 2024. So how many people were there in 2022? 1673. Yeah, you were close, man. Oh gosh. Yeah, it was a lot more than that. 50,000. That's actually pretty close to what Dragon Con gets. I think Dragon Con has 60 or 70,000, which is not even half of what San Diego Comic Con gets. Oh. And you can't put 20K, you got to actually type the whole number out for it to register properly. What year was Stan Lee the guest of honor? Is anybody there? You might know it if you were there. Yep, don't use commas. You have to actually type the full number out without the comma. One second. Boom. I believe Under the Cow got closest there. It was 1984. Yep. It's taking a little too long a countdown, but that's because it was slow a couple weeks ago, and I had to increase it because it wasn't showing the answers before the timer ran out. Oh, Jay, you know you got to put it in 3 or 4 times, or it's not going to count you. I don't know why. Yep, they had to skip a year. They actually, there was one year that they did not have a Heroes Con. What up, Swag? Oh, gosh. I'm not sure if they, I don't know if they had it in 2020 or not. They probably did not, since, what was going on. Actually, maybe they did. Dragon Con had theirs. They just masked up and did what they had to do. There wasn't a lot of people there, and the people that did go had a great time, from what I hear. So it was 1986. I believe it was the founder's mother passed away. And if Will was here, he could remind me what the name of the store is that that's in Charlotte that actually started putting the con on, and still does. In 1995, Todd McFarlane was a guest. How many people came that year? And I believe that's kind of when they went from just being 3,000 or 4,000 people to being a much larger number. Now, this is pretty specific to HeroesCon. Although, I'll tell you this, I got all these questions straight off the Wikipedia. So if you run over there, you can get all the answers. Ooh. No commas, Ian and Becca. If you put a comma, it won't register your entry. Yep. See, it jumped up to 9,000. Now it's 50,000, but each year goes down a little bit. I think before that it was only 3,000 or so. And how many autographs did he sign while he was there? Now remember, there was 9,000 people in attendance. How many of those people got an autograph? Zero. I'm pretty sure it was more than zero. And the answer is, if Jay had gotten it in sooner, he would have been the closest because it's 2,000. Hey, Kenneth, the Birdman is here. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, whoever ends up with the highest total will get a duck. Now, got to add a scene. In what year did the Indie Island premiere at HeroesCon? That's a special area for the independent artists and creators. And I know most of you just have to guess, unless you're on the Wikipedia page, which is cheating, but it's okay because I told you where the answers are. You just have to find them quick enough to get them in. 2005. So funny that 2000 is closer than 2010. I guess because going over is not as good as being under. How many more questions we got here? 8, 9, and 10. 8. What year did the Trilogy Tour 2? Trilogy Tour was Jeff Smith of Bone, Colleen Doran for whatever her comic was called that she was doing, and I forget who was on Trilogy Tour 2. I know it was Jeff Smith and Colleen. Trilogy Tour 1 was both of them with Neil Gaiman, but Neil Gaiman wasn't on the second one, so you'd have to look that up. And I'm pretty sure Quentin got that the closest because it was in the 90s. In fact, it might have been 98. Yep, Swagdo, we're going to overlap your 6 o'clock just a little bit. And the Fine Art Show, which is a big deal on Saturday nights. So tonight, they'll be having the Fine Art Show. And I don't know if it's also an auction or if it's just a show. 2? Is that a year? Oh. And remember, you can't, if you type a number in as part of a sentence or anything, it's going to register it as your guess. It was 2010. Under the Cowl got it closest. Actually, he was 3 years off, and Young Low went over by 3 years. Better to be under than over. Better to be on bottom than on top. And just to throw you for a loop, what year was the first Dragon Con in Atlanta? And I talk about it a lot, so anybody that has been on when I talk about Dragon Con, because I was there. There was only 1,400 people. Yeah, Quentin's going to be the closest on that one, I believe, because it was actually 1987. Oh, make sure you're not lagging, Rob. You know the deal. Just like on your show, got to make sure you're live chat, so you can get it in as quick as possible. Because the rounds that are coming up that we're going to be starting here in just a minute. Quentin wins. Quentin, you got a duck. I need to write that down real quick. Quentin. Right. And now. All right, guys. Good deal. We're going to jump right on into the first round. And I called it the con job. So these are questions about conventions from around the world. So maybe you know, maybe you don't. Some of them are a little tricky because you probably think you know, but I bet you're wrong on some of them. Because I sure do hear them say that, you know, it's the biggest in the world. No, it's not. What is the biggest comic convention in the world based on attendance? Type in 1, 2, 3, or 4 and be quick. Ravioli. Yes. Man, you're going to make me hungry. What did I just tell you? You did hear what I said just a minute ago, didn't I? Everybody says it's the biggest in the world. But you know what? It's not. Not by quite a bit. It's kind of funny because everybody always says San Diego Comic-Con, the biggest Comic-Con in the world. No, it's the biggest in the United States. Japan is bigger. And how many go to Japan for Comic-Con? Which I'm pretty sure is manga. Which are the best-selling comic books in the world. They put DC and Marvel to shame. You're somebody anyway, Mr. Mars. Good job, Rob. They get 500,000. And it's held every 6 months, twice a year. Oh, Quentin, you picked 500,000 too. Good job. That's a lot. That must really be a big convention center, or it's really freaking crowded. Now, where was the first ever official comic convention? Official. I guess there were gatherings of comic collectors before then, but first official one was in one of those 4 cities. Hey, Christina, and thank you. Yes, hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, sub me up. And for God's sake, go watch my videos. Put on a playlist and let it play all night. I need 250 hours. And I just sit there. It was in New York. And it was actually, gosh, I forget the year. I think that's the next question, so we'll find out. I got to quit talking because I have a bad habit of giving away the answer to upcoming questions. What year was that convention? Well, I was supposed to grill out at about 6:30, and it's raining. Hope it'll quit. I think that works, Gene. But all you had to put was number 2. You can put in the actual answer, and I believe it still registers. But yeah, it's easier to just type 1, 2, 3, or 4. And it was 1964. 2 years before I was born. Wonder how many Amazing Spider-Man number or Amazing Fantasy number 15s were bought and sold at that convention. You know, what was the first year that the San Diego Comic-Con was held? Uh, 1970. So that means I won't say anything. I might give an answer away. Now, see, since we did that other game, you already know the answer. I forgot I asked. I actually made this round before I made the closest guess quiz game, so I forgot that I could ask that in this one. Gene, you just saw the answer. It, of course, is 1987. I was there. Once again, I was there. It was great. Of course, it wasn't a Comic-Con back then. It was purely games and novels. We had Gary Gygax and Michael Moorcock were the guests of honor. Creator of Dungeons and Dragons and the author of the Ulrich novels. Anne McCaffrey of the Dragon Riders of Pern books. Now, that's when it became a comic convention as well, when it merged. They actually bought the Atlanta Comics Expo. And that year was, it just happens that Todd McFarlane was the guest that year. Yeah, here's a hint. Even though it's too late to do you any good, Spawn did not exist. He was there signing Spider-Man. And you know, it came in a poly bag, and he wouldn't do the poly bag, so he would sign a little sticker, like one of those "Hello, my name is." He would sign Todd McFarlane and stick it on your poly bag. So you really didn't even have to have your comic with you. Gen Con. Gary Gygax and Jeff Perrin's gaming convention. Yeah, I kind of ran out of Comic-Con questions. So Gen Con is still held, and it's pretty huge for the gamers. And I believe it moves around now, and it's held in different cities. But it started. I think the next question is where did it start? it started at the home of TSR and Dungeons and Dragons. In 1967. Long before they invented, well, 10 years before they invented Dungeons and Dragons. They were playing with war games with miniatures. And I have to admit, I'm not surprised nobody got that. And where was it held? And I just said it was held where Dungeons and Dragons was invented and the home of TSR, which was originally stood for Tactical Studies Rules. But then they just used TSR and it didn't stand for anything. And yeah, it's Lake Geneva. And it was held there all the way up to around 1990 or so. And then I believe it started jumping around cities. I think they have it in Chicago, New York, places near there. Everybody got it. I got 16 people watching. It's like Rob said, 16 people watching, but only 7 people are answering questions. Well, some of y'all are a little slow, I think. And I got a story about that. When they hosted Origins, it was the first year that that Dragon Con really exploded. And I showed up the night before the con started, and I was at the bar, and there were 2 guys from Japan speaking Japanese on one side of me, and there was a guy from Australia next to me, and there were guys from I forget, Germany or something next to him. It's like people came from all over the world to go to Origins. They actually had a 4-way Monopoly competition, like 4 games of Monopoly at the same time, turning between different tables, playing different people at each table. That was crazy. And it was 1990 at the Atlanta Hilton, which was just a great place when it was the home of Dragon Con. Now there's like 4 hotels that are the home of Dragon Con. Quentin, you got another duck, man. Awesome. All right, and now we're going to give away a duck. So anybody could win. Type in #convention. Quentin, if you win all the ducks, we don't even have to have a duck race. I'm not sure we're going to be able to have a duck race because I didn't set one up. We might just have to use the random picker. And let's be quick. Yeah, 6, 7, 15. It shows 15 people watching. Boom. And only 7 entering. So where are these other 8 people at? Are they bots? They're bots. Okay, I'm gonna count down from 10. If you're not in, I'm gonna hit the winner. Oh, there we go. There's 8 now. Swagda. Alright, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw. Draw. There we go. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Let's see. Ding, 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 ding. And it's gonna be Dungeon Crawler Kevin. Well, you can't win them all, Quentin. All right, and on to round 2. Round 2. Now this one's a good one. This one, the answers are pretty obvious. Be quick. Whoever's fastest is going to be the one that wins. Make sure you're not lagging. Make sure you're in live chat. And hopefully this will be good for a few laughs. I tried to make this one kind of funny. Etiquette at the convention. What to do and what not to do. When the crowds get bad around you, what should you do? I say start a mosh pit. That, or rip a big smelly fart. Jump in the nearest booth. Who cares whose booth it is? Just get out of all. Get away from all them people. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3 is probably the best bet though. That's what people want you to do. Matt, what's up, man? Oh, I didn't even think about it. I was thinking StreamYard, but nope. See, I kind of like the rip a big smelly fart too. I think that's a good answer. I mean, it definitely will get people to move away from you. If there's a really long line for someone you want to get an autograph from, what should you do? Walk up to someone near the front and act like you know them? Tried that before. Again, rip a big smelly fart. Maybe everybody will move away. Just jump in front of someone and act like you belong there. Or, do the right thing. Jeez. It's always being polite. It's just not fun being polite. Two does work, I'm telling you. See, we don't know who actually is ahead until we get to the end and find out who was the quickest on the buttons. Who read the answers and went, oh, it's got to be that one. Oh, number 3. You got a backpack? What can you do with it? And that's supposed to be booth, not biff. I hear up there at Heroes Con that C3 just leave it there. They won't mind. That's what Rob said. Actually, I think he said the opposite. But, Or keep it close to you and be polite. I bet they did, Matt. Yep, drop everything off at C3. They don't mind. Rob will take them home with him. You find yourself at an up-and-coming creators booth. I think it's say hello and compliment them. Missed the M there. Rip that fart again. Give them some advice on what they need to do to get big. Let me tell you what you need to do, son. Or tell them they suck. Okay. That's probably not cool either. Hey, Jeff, what's up? Yeah, I'm with you, diabetic. Man, what are you doing here? You just need to go back home. You need to go to Joe Kubert's School of Art and then come back. Jay Ward, what's up, man? We're in the middle of round 2. You're being questioned by con security. What do you do? I want my lawyer. Oh, cool. Yeah, I can't remember his name either. Call him a bunch of pigs. I'm not going to say that word. I might get in trouble. You know, YouTube is. I'm liable to do number 4, to be honest. I've actually done that with the cops before. You know, they don't take kindly to being called that. Oh, you got him to choose one or the other, huh? Okay, which one did he choose? I gotta know. You're getting ready to go in the con. What should you do? And by gas, I'm talking about that big smelly fart. Actually, number 3 is probably the best plan because no matter how prepared you are, best laid plans, it just don't work out that way. I guess it's good to know where people are going to be, though. So, yeah, I after the first few years of going to Dragon Con, I tended to go with the forget it, just go. We'll figure it out when we get there. So what if I miss some really cool panels that I really, really wanted to see? But, you're standing next to an awesome cosplayer. Man, what a great costume. Can I feel it? Can I touch it? What is that made of? Yeah, I'm filming you. So what? I asked this one girl at Dragon Con. I think she was dressed up as Tarnia from Heavy Metal. Yeah, she was. Is it okay if I take your picture? She goes, you got $10? And she's like, no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'm sure she got asked that a lot. What they're made of. Still ripping them parts. See, I couldn't think of another silly option, so that was my filler. Yeah, film yourself farting. And film everybody as they back away from you. Now you finally made it to the front of the line. You're standing in front of Chris Claremont. What now? It was supposed to be long box, not log box. I was typing fast, I guess. Oh. Hey, Monty. Yeah, people do that. In fact, Matt was talking about a guy earlier. They got all 41 issues of a run signed. Like, man, really? I mean, it's good. They're making money. But you're having a bad day. What do you do? Hey, what's up, Katie? We're just having fun right here. What to do at the convention. I like the pitch a fit thing. Yeah, it's all your fault, man. Yeah, positive thoughts. They never work for me. I try. Yeah, Rob, I'm with you. Pitch fit. That's what I'm more likely to do. Damn, Don Rosa wouldn't sign my sketch. Oh, you finally made it to the restroom. Now, what do you do? What's up, Henry? All right, Matt. I really enjoyed watching your Don Rosa stuff. I backed it up and watched it. Yeah, you know, it actually is time to rip that big smelly fart. Although singing Bohemian Rhapsody is also acceptable. Come on, guys. It was the answer for like every question, you know. Eventually it had to be the answer. All right. When did you win again? Who was the fastest? A couple of guys are in the toilet having a good time. Quentin won again. You've got 3 ducks now. Quentin's got 3 ducks. Dungeon Crawler Kevin has 1. And let's give another one away. Type smelly fart. Oh. Mm. Uh, 18. All right, I'm going to count down. I'm going to click the button. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go. Who's it going to be? Now, okay. It just takes it a second to register. Need the Jeopardy theme playing. Da-na-na-na. Dungeon Crawler Kevin is rigged. I admit it's rigged. So far, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ducks given out, and only 2 people have ducks. And on to round 3. Now, round 3. This one is the actual only real round of comic questions, and they're tough. Good luck. Hope you know your Golden Age comics, Monty. You might be in luck on this one, buddy. Actually, I don't think there's many Marvel ones because it's Golden Age. And they're all David Bowie. No. In what comic did the original Human Torch first appear? I bet Monty knows this one. I bet a lot of y'all know this one. I got news for you guys. That's not Golden Age. Nope, you're right. That's Silver Age, I believe. The original Human Torch was not a member of the Fantastic Four. In Marvel Comics, #1. The most y'all knew. At least all y'all knew it was not Action Comics #1. Which company was the original publisher of Plastic Man? What was the Golden Age? Golden Age ended in 63. Silver Age started with the appearance of Fantastic Four #1, right? Quality Comics. I'm impressed. More knew that than I would have thought. And timely. That's a good guess. Which superhero debuted in Whiz Comics #2? Okay, Silver Age began in 56. So yeah, see, no Marvel. Unless Timely counts. Because what Timely became Marvel. Whiz Comics. Yeah, if you're going to copy anybody, I would recommend Splash Page Comics. You can look at what he says. Or maybe Easy Comic Reader. Mike knows the Golden Age pretty well. Rob. What was the first appearance of the Submariner? Submariner, if you say it that way. Just fishing here. Oh gosh. Motion Picture Funnies Weekly #1. Now, how many people have heard of or seen an issue of that? Yeah, well, I think it was before all our time. I mean, might be a couple people in here that were born around 1956, but I don't think any of us were buying comic books. Which Golden Age hero was a radio announcer by day? Yeah, I'm a teenager of the 80s. I guess I'm a child of the 70s. Blue Beetle. Who created Wonder Woman? Some of y'all probably know this. You were born exactly 1980. I was born in 66. So it's the first superhero comic I remember buying was Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man #1. It's March. Yep, 76. I was 10. And then my mom, I talked my mom into subscribing to it. And I started getting them in the mail, folded in half with a little paper band around them with their address on it. You know, if they tried to deliver comics through the post office like that today, I don't know if anybody would actually receive the comics they order. Who was it? Introduced the Shield. MLJ Comics. I wonder what the MLJ stands for. Oh gosh. Superhero team was formed in All-Star Comics, Justice Society, of course. I know Matt knew that one, and Rob knows that one, right? That's the one you got the Don Rosa homage of? And who was the first superheroine to headline her own comic series? I'm not sure anybody got it. Nobody got that one. Miss Fury. I don't even know who that is. You'll have to look that one up. Probably wasn't but 2 or 3 issues, but she headlined it. Oh, and the final Golden Age question. Which Golden Age publisher released Famous Funnies, considered the first true comic book? And if you were on the live stream with Cliff last week, and I forget which live stream it was, you'd know this because, it was Council of Comics. If you were watching that stream, then you would know. Rob got it. Jean Malo got it. It's not showing anybody. Oh, okay, there you are. Eastern Color Printing. Now let's see who the winner of that is. Quentin? No. Rob. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the chat. Type Golden Age. See what winner we can get. Showing I got 20 people here. I bet we won't get more than 10. 6, 7, 8. Come on, 9. One more. Come on. Somebody else. I'm live.
Dad told me. Well, I've been here.
Okay.
So I just sat here waiting on you.
All right. Countdown. There's 12. How about that? Countdown. 10, 9, 8. We got another one. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's draw the winner. Ding, 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 ding. Christina, you need to participate in this next round. You have a good chance of winning it. Jay Ward. All right, you get a duck. I keep saying duck, but I don't think we're going to have a duck race because I didn't make a scene for it, and it won't let me make a scene while we're live. So I'm just going to have to like put your names in a hat and draw them out. This is about our YouTube community. So how well do you know our little group of channels that we all hang out around? Yeah, Christina, you should definitely try answering these questions. I think you're going to know them. I hope everybody knows them. If you watch the channels, this channel is run by a guy with a really unhealthy obsession with Turok #1. He's got a few of them. I don't think he's counted them lately, he said, but he's got a bunch. And of course, most of y'all know that is Mark at Legion of Comics. And I bet you he picked up a few, or he's picking up a few more at HeroesCon right now. I know I watched him yesterday morning. He was going around before they even opened the con, asking all the dealers, do you have any Turok #1s? And they're looking at him like, what? Why? Yeah, Southern Comic Geek also does. That's why I had to make sure I didn't put him as one of the possible answers, because then I would have, you know. This channel is run by a guy so obsessed with slabs, he has other people come on Saturday afternoons to show their slabs. And if they try to show anything that's not a slab, he boots them. Except for the one guy that showed his comics curing cancer tattoo. How about that? I think Old Wolf has some slabs, but he doesn't have a show. And that's, of course, Rob at Stacks of Comics. Now, this channel appeared on the scene amidst a plethora of drama. And we all know it was vlogs. Kind of stuck a tricky one in there on y'all. And where is Razor at anyway? He should be here. And Yeah, I could have, put Sticky Goose there, but I figured I'd try to trick you and put Sticky Bird because there is no Sticky Bird that I know of. Cliff? Drama? Come on. Right. I hear you, Monty. This channel is run by a very overworked individual. He has a new show almost every day of the week. I think there's one day that he doesn't have a show. And it might seem like it could be one of the other guys, but actually they take the one show they do and cut it up into clips. But yeah, Matt at Heroes for Hire actually has a live show for pretty much every day of the week. And if you see him telling at the end of the streams he's on, like, okay, this will take a minute. When he goes to promote his shows, he's got a list of them. He's got the Comic Lounge, he's got the Super Sunday Extravaganza, he's got the good cinema, the bad cinema, and I'm sure I'm missing one. This channel sells more comics than Whatnot, and he has the coolest AI clips on YouTube. Andy was right here a minute ago. And of course that's Rob at the cheap. There he is. He knows. Boom. Whoops. I know you just accidentally hit that one, right? Dungeon Crawler Kevin. You knew who it was. The guy that runs this channel, he shows up on everybody's live stream. And we all know him and love him. Oh. You tried to save it under the cowl, but it's going to register your first one. And Cliff does get around a bit, but not like Boggs does. Yeah, four is close, but come on. Will's everywhere. Unless he's working. Everybody loves Boggs. And Gene, I know you meant to hit the 1 and hit the 2 by mistake. And this guy loves to collect Spidey. Hey, Pops. Oh, I couldn't read your entire comment. You're new and oh, okay. You're with the granddaughter. Awesome, man. Brian LCS. Because that's what the LCS stands for. And I don't know how long I knew him before it struck me that that's because he's got it all behind him when he's on the air, Spidey everywhere. Like, okay, I get it now. LCS loves collect Spidey. This channel's run by a sock puppet. And he runs the show. Everybody loves Flat Earth Santa. He's quite the grouch, but hey. It would be too if I had to go to like 9 billion homes in one night. He is a sock. Y'all are hilarious. And this channel comes to us from the down under in the outback. And he'll be coming on in less than an hour. With his I'm Not at Heroes Con, because it's really a long way away from him. Oh. Mad Spotty it is. You think Cliff lives in Australia? With that accent? All right. Oh, gosh. And this is the channel you're on right now. See, you just look right up there in the corner. There's the answer. Right. Oh, right there. The answer is Vlogs 18. No, it's not. It is Random Reads. That's me. Come on, we know the answer. Just show us. There we go. Hey, everybody got it right. Man, I never would have expected that. Yep. I'm glad I could help you out, Jeff. And Easy Comic Reader, you were the fastest on the draw. Boom. Let's go ahead and get that before I type this in. Type community. Hashtag community, of course. Good luck to those of you that don't yet have a duck, because this is the last chance. Let's go. I'm going to try to get a duck race set up. I have to. I'll do the duck race. I'll just tell you who won. List. Right. Oh, here we go. Right. 13. See, I'm gonna count down and get this done. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw a winner. Who's it gonna be? Is it going to be Christina? She needs a duck. It's going to be Jay Thompson. He needs a duck. Or is it going to be any of the others that still need a duck? Is it going to actually do it, or am I... Okay, I guess I have to click it again. Oh, I didn't have the tab on focus. Who's going to get it? Who's it going to be? It is Jean Malo. All right, man. You got a duck. And let me copy and paste the list here. Copy. We'll see if I can pull it up where y'all can see it. Might just have to turn my camera on it. But we're going to do it. It's going to be a duck race. All right. Camera 3. Now I'm gonna add a new layer. Video. Screen sharing. And we're going to do that and share. All right. It worked. There we go. Done. Where is everybody? Ooh. Names and list 9. I'm not seeing them. Set. There we go. It's going to be a quick race. 10 seconds. Nobody's going to fall from behind to win. Shuffle, 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 and start. Oh, Gene. Oh, Dungeon Crawler Kevin. Dungeon Crawler Kevin it is. How about that? A quick race and a quick win. Well, I hope everybody had fun. Let me see if I can get rid of this where y'all can actually see me so I can show you the screen sharing layer. Let's turn that off. All right. One thing you're going to get is the cool Carnage card from Locke, who sketched it the other night on Monday night's live stream. I got a duck. Shut up, duck. Ooh, all right. And you're going to get that. He's going to send that directly to you. I'm going to make sure he gets your address. Dungeon Crawler Kevin, do you have a IG? If so, send me a message with your address. If not, you can email it to me. Let's see if I can add a text layer. Text layer, simple text. Put in my here's my email. If you can just send that to me, you can email me your address, and let me show you what you're going to get in addition to that. What did I do? There they are. This is what I will be sending you. You're going to get this cool, let me move this. You're going to get this cool Star Wars pop, Obi-Wan Kenobi. That is a big giant enamel hat pin. I hope you wear 10-gallon cowboy hats, because that's what you'll need to put that sucker on. Although you'll probably just want to leave it like this and display it. I don't think they really intend for you to put it on a hat or anything. You're going to get the graphic novel, The Conduit. 21 Down, I guess it's called. Teen Titans, Blinded by the Light. Volume 1 of the Teen Titans. For this, whatever volume run this is. You're going to get Marvel Mutts. It's a pretty cool little comic. You're going to get the DC Special. Got a little bit of writing up there at the top. It is Strangest Sports Stories Ever Told. DC Special. You're going to get Number 1 of the king-size annual Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, with the first appearance of Man-Wolf, which is a John Jameson, J. Jonah's son. You're going to get a 10-cent Dale Walt Disney Comics with Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Donald. And last but not least, a 10-cent or 15-cent Dale Ghost Stories. And for some reason, ghosts are always drawn on the covers pointing at you. It's weird. But that's your prize. I hope you enjoy them. Get your address to me, and I will get them out to you just as soon as I can. And thanks for coming, everybody. Swagda is starting, or has maybe already started, his live stream. So head on over there, and I'll see you there. Thanks for coming, everybody. And man, I wish I was at Heroes Con. So good night.
If there's anyone around you, throw your arm around a friend. If there's anyone around you, hold them close, 'cause it's the end. Thank you folks so very much. Keep your stick on the ice. Don't let your meat loaf. Watch your top knot. Keep your shiny side up. If you ain't in bed by midnight, come home. I love you guys. Thank you.